Hey Leo, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of February 2024. This is your first time catching one of my readings. I want to say welcome, and then I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I am using and I can't remember the name of this deck. I want to say it's like the Antique Tarot or something like that. I'll clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And then I will close out your reading, Leo, with a Moonology Oracle card. All right, so let's take a look at what's happening as it relates to money as we move into the new month of February. Oh, and real quickly, I really want to remind you guys to join the newsletter. There is a link in the description because if you do, you will get access to a private pick a card reading that I did just for you. So go ahead and opt into the newsletter because I would love to share that video with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what's going on as it relates to your money. Well, the thing is like you've really outgrown your current financial circumstances, so it's really time for you to upgrade. That's what I'm looking at here. I can tell by the World card as well as the Sun card. However, I'm feeling like you are feeling a little bit constricted financially. Why? Because we got this Strength card in the reverse. We also have this Eight of Wands in the reverse, which is a timing card. This means that things are either happening slowly or things are just really, really delayed for whatever reason. Now, as this relates to your finances, again, I'm feeling like there is a sense of feeling constricted, maybe even feeling a little trapped financially. But the thing is that's not going to happen, or that's not going to happen for long. Like that's going to be a temporary situation. But the challenge for you is figuring out how you're going to maneuver yourself through the changes and through the feelings like you don't have a lot of options as it relates to your money. Now, we also got that Six of Cups in the reverse, and that talks about someone or something from your past showing up. And you thought that it was going to be something that works out, but it just really doesn't. Not that it's anything bad, but you realize that either it's not a match, or maybe you've outgrown something or someone, or maybe you're just in a different place in your life. And so, you know, your goals are more focused on money and growth and advancement, maybe expanding or starting a business. And this past connection does not take you closer to that. So it's one of those things where you have to be really diligent as it relates to your intentions and what directions you're moving in, because it will impact your money either directly or indirectly. Okay, let's see what else is showing up for you, Leo. All right, so we got some cards here that are falling out, doing what they do. You know what else, Leo? I'm feeling too like you are ready to just kind of go up to the next version of something. Now, this could be something work related. Yep, could even be something business or investment related, but it's time for you to stop playing small. Ooh, and it's time for you to really do something bigger. I'm feeling like you're just not, maybe you're feeling a little stuck, or maybe you're feeling nervous, but it really is time for you to play a bigger game. All right, making sure everybody is in frame, and I see, you know, the Virgo in me is very, very picky about that kind of thing. All right, so let's see. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. This means there's going to be a slowdown in work temporarily. I think this is something that is seasonal, you know, depending on what kind of job or business you're in. Looks like a lot of people are probably going into a little bit of a down season, but again, that's only going to be temporary. This Hermit card, like I said, I'm really feeling like it's time for you to kind of branch out, move away. Not necessarily like in a physical sense, but like maybe detaching from current circumstances, at least emotionally or energetically, because that's going to free up your mind and your energy and your I guess, actions to really work in a way that's much more in alignment with what it is that you're trying to do. Okay, Leo? Now, we also got that Empress. That Empress is all about creative energy. She's also a card of the divine feminine. And I do believe that either this card has two messages I'm picking up. Either one, you're going to have a very supportive feminine energy person who supports you and helps you really kind of work through all the stuff that you're trying to do. Or you're going to be in such a creative flow that the ideas just really keep flowing and you can't keep up with it. Or maybe it could be a little bit of both. Now, sometimes when it comes to business, creativity is really the thing that can be the game changer, the thing that can really put you ahead or make you different or make you stand out. Especially for those of you who do content creation or do some type of a creative work or some type of a creative business. It could be something art or maybe music or maybe writing, something like that where you're very creative. All right, so we also have the Ace of Wands. Love this card because that is the card that talks about cash flow, literally cash in hand. I wouldn't be surprised if you sell something and somebody pays you in cash, or somebody just gives you cash for some reason. Maybe they're paying you back. The other thing about this too is it means that the current money that you have in your possession right now does grow, either through investing or because you are purchasing something that is more of an asset, which in turn allows you to make more money. All right, we got that King of Pentacles in the reverse. The King of Pentacles in the reverse is basically telling me to tell you, Leo, that now may not be the ideal time for you to invest this second week of February. If you can hold out, that would be an excellent thing to do. The other thing about the King of Pentacles is it talks about financial literacy, and sometimes when he shows up in the reverse, it means that there's some things you still need to get educated on, or you need more information, or you just need to give yourself more time to learn what you need to learn before you take action. Finally, we've got that Magician card. Another one of my favorite cards when it comes to the money reads, because that is the card of being resourceful. That is also the card of literally manipulating certain things, situations, maybe even like physical things, and kind of rearranging things to create something that you desire or to get a result that you are looking for. So the Magician is a very powerful card because that's the card of alchemy. And remember, the alchemist really does whatever he needs to do in order to create whatever he wants, whatever he desires. So again, I feel like there is a power of creativity as it relates to this energy. Same like how we talked about with the Empress, being creative, really trusting the ideas that come through and not being afraid to do something different or maybe do something in a different order because you know that it's going to bring, it's going to bring you the result and the answers that you are seeking. Okay. So I'm looking at that Lover's card. I really like that. Okay. And there's a lot of emotions coming forth as we hit that second half of February. I say that because we've got the Queen of Cups, then we've got the Lover's card, then we've got the Knight of Cups, then we've got Temperance in reverse. Those are all really emotionally charged cards. That Knight of Cups means somebody does show up to help you as it relates to your finances or your work or your business or your investments. Someone shows up with the solution you need. Sometimes that's what this card of alchemy is about too. It's about attracting the people you need in order to help you do whatever it is that you're trying to do. So it could be building a team. It could also be working with someone one-on-one, maybe a project, maybe a collaboration. It could be a number of things, but it looks like the right person to help you get to that next level or to help you figure something out does show up. Now we've got the Ace of Swords. This means that something gets halted, something gets stopped or blocked in some way. Again, I'm picking up that that's temporary, but if something is not progressing as you thought or expected it would, don't worry. Things are going to be worked out. It just means that things are going to be a little slower than what you had anticipated, pretty much like what we saw here with that Eight of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Lover's card is a very powerful card because that is the card that not only talks about relationships and divine union and divine connection, but it also talks about sometimes being at a crossroads and having to make a choice. And sometimes both choices feel right, or both choices feel like, this is what I should do and I don't know which one to do. This is where you really have to trust your intuition, and you have to get clarity on what your goals are, and then you figure out which choice will get you there the fastest with the least amount of effort. Now, sometimes this also indicates a relationship, not always romantic because we are talking about money, but sometimes there is a passion connection, or you have your soul purpose clients or customers, and you really connect with somebody in a not only in the surface way, but maybe in a spiritual or even an energetic way. So don't be afraid to explore certain connections. Of course, depending on what your circumstances are, what your situation is. But again, sometimes you really need to connect with other people, or you have to decide what is going to be the best for me right now. We talked about the Queen of Cups. She is the Queen of sensitivity. Sometimes when she shows up, it means that we're a little bit overly sensitive. And yeah, that can get in the way of making decisions about money. So understand that not all feelings have to be acted upon. I guess that's the best way to put it. Now, we got the Temperance card. We talked about that. That's the card where things are a little bit out of balance. Again, that's normal in the journey of making money, becoming wealthy. Sometimes things will be a little bit skewed, where you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, all my time is working, or oh my gosh, all my time is marketing or promoting, or all of my time is creating. And then you're going to feel like you're doing so much, but you're not getting back what you put in. But understand that's part of the journey, and some things pay off in the long term. So sometimes you will get short-term results when it comes to money and investing and timing, and other times you will get results long-term. So neither one is right, wrong, good or bad. It's just kind of how things are when you're on that journey to making more money, having more money, and becoming more successful. The Four of Swords means you're going to be taking a lot of action. Again, this means that you're going to have to really put yourself out there when it comes to your money and making connections and networking and figuring out who you can connect with to help you do what you do better. All right, Leo. Whoa. Let's see what else is showing up. All right. So work is continuing to be slow. We got that card twice here. Queen of Swords, Tower, collaborations and partnerships. Hierophant, making your own rules, making difficult choices. Okay. All right, Leo. So as we close out the month of February, okay, looks like work is going to continue to slow down. But again, remember, this is going to work out to your advantage. This is going to free you up to do the other things you want to do. Start the business, launch the product, make the content, whatever you got to do. This Tower card means that something needs to be redone, something you got to start over from scratch. And that's not always a bad thing, right? Sometimes we need to start over again because maybe we have more information. Maybe we're more skilled, or maybe we're more equipped to do something better the second time around. So don't ever be afraid of starting something over if you realize and you understand that this is something I want to be good. This is something I want to be sustaining. And, sometimes too, people worry about time wasted, but it's really not. There's always lessons that, come about, especially as it relates to money. And sometimes if you do something better the second time around, you're more available for opportunities than if you would not have done that at all. All right, we got the Queen of Swords. Remember, she eliminates the unnecessary without hesitation. Although, I do feel like the Queen of Swords is telling us that it's time for you to purge something in your physical space. All right, Leo? And we're kind of moving into that season where people do that anyway, with spring cleaning and all that. We also have the Ten of Pentacles. That's collaborating. We talked about this, where you're going to really be connecting with people who can help you do what you need to do in a much better, faster, more efficient way. We got the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant, I'm picking up that this is kind of going against the grain here. In other words, you're not going to blindly follow somebody else's plan, somebody else's system. You take what you need and then you create your own plan, your own strategies for achieving the financial goals that you set for yourself. So while all of us, I do believe, need to be coached and guided in some way, it doesn't mean that we have to follow everything that the coach or mentor tells us exactly down to the letter. And that's what I'm picking up with this card, is like you get an idea of certain ways things can be done, especially money. But the bottom line is you're going to have to create your own plan, and you're really going to have to kind of tweak things to make them fit your situation. Finally, we got the Five of Cups. Looks like you're ready to move on from something. I do believe that this is something that's probably going to carry over into the next month. I feel, you know what, Leo, I feel like this is something that could be, maybe you're dragging it out too. It feels like there's something you need to walk away from, but for whatever reason, you're just not comfortable or you're just not ready yet. But this is something that's definitely going to show up, and it's going to be heavy on your heart and on your mind by the time we hit the end of February. All right, Leo, so you've got a lot of growth happening in the month of February, and you also have a lot of things that you're doing and a lot of goals, and I feel like intentions that you're setting in this month. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Moonology Oracle card. All right, so you got a win-win outcome is forecast. A win-win outcome is forecast. So really, no matter what you do as it regards to your plans, either starting over, connecting with people, being creative for this month, it's going to create a win-win situation. So don't be afraid to take the action, make the moves, because when all is said and done, it's only going to be a win for you. All right, Leo, hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. And we will do this all again next month.